P-Dub Podcast, P-Dub Nation. Good morning. It's time for another session with Coffee with P-Dub. Hey, I got a guest on today I'm really excited about. We got Pounded Sports. He goes by, obviously, his first name is Anthony. But we're really excited about this guest. This story is super intriguing because it's going to relate to you guys. Some of you guys have thought exactly about this. Sports betting as your profession, quitting your regular job, really taking the leap. Some of you may be just getting into sports betting, but you're going to be able to relate to this because taking that leap from that 9 to 5 into your own business it's super scary. It's, if you have a family, even if you don't, you just don't know what tomorrow brings. And so this story is going to be something I'm really excited about. I'm really excited to bring Anthony on the show. So we're going to get Anthony in right now, and we're going to get right into it. So, hey, welcome, Mr. Anthony. How you doing?
Thanks, man. Good. How are you?
Good. I'm really excited to have you on the show. I really think that your story is going to be super relatable to the public, and it's going to be interesting because I think a lot of people have thought about just exactly what you've already done, you know? And so I'm really excited for you to share. And so I want to know, tell me a little bit about, your background a little bit as far as where you were working before you decided to make the leap and things of that nature.
Sure. I was actually a FedEx manager. I started off as a driver, was capping games. I was pulling the truck over for half hour, 45 minutes, just capping games during day games. Then I got promoted to manager, and I was managing 16 drivers in 2 different terminals here in Tampa. And it was not fun at all. Not fun. Late days, early mornings, phone calls at 10:30 at night. It's just not fun. And yeah.
So let me ask you this. So you're pulling over on the side of the road. You're trying to cap games, right? You got 16 drivers eventually as your manager. How much time and how successful were you at sports betting while you were working for FedEx?
So, good. I mean, I was still doing good. I was making money. That's how I was able to build a bankroll and able to quit my job in the long run and do this long term. But I mean, it's just, I couldn't do it no more. My passion was in baseball. My passion was in betting on sports, and FedEx was not my career.
So at what point, so you're working at FedEx, right? You got 16 drivers. It's probably a stressful environment for you because you're trying to
no idea.
Make sure you get enough time to cap these games, but also obviously you got to fake it to make it at your regular job, right? I would imagine. So at what point and what bankroll did you decide to make the leap?
So I've been taught, I have a Sicilian background. So my dad's from Sicily. So he taught me always put money on the side, savings. So I have that in my blood. So last summer, my girlfriend and we sat down, and she's like, what do you want to be outside of FedEx? You don't want to be FedEx forever. I'm like, God, no, hell no. So I'm like, I want to be a professional gamer. I want to do this full time. I want to grow my business, And she's like, well, why don't you work on it? And I was like, okay. That's a big leap, Right. It's a lot of fear, because if you lose, what are you going to do then? So, and we talked about it in November, and then we're like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just going to go right into it. I got the money in the savings. Let's do it. She agreed to back me up. And we did it. Second week of December. I was out till 11:30 at night delivering packages, helping out the guys. My boss was like, hey, I'll give you an extra 500 hours to stay out till all the packages are done. If I would have stayed out, it would have been out till 2 a.m. doing a FedEx manager at Christmas time.
Right.
So I said, screw this. So I stopped at 11:30. It's not safe in the middle of the woods. So I stopped. So we brought packages back. I got my ass chewed out. Sorry about my language.
Oh, you're good.
And my girlfriend and I, we talked about it. And she said, yeah, just quit. Let's do it.
So are you comfortable telling the public, and you can obviously decline, but what was that number? Is there that number to make you feel comfortable that you had enough money, just from your sports betting bankroll that you had aside?
So I started with about a $15,000 bankroll.
Okay.
And I said to myself, if I lose 10,000 by the end of February, I'm going to start looking for a job. Okay. That was my goal.
Okay.
And I just kept, I bet smart. college basketball was amazing this year. Amazing. That was probably what helped me out a lot.
Okay.
And betting $1,000 one game a day to my 10 unit bomb because I do 100 hours a unit, and I was just making it. I was pounding it. I mean, that's what I get pounding sports. I pound the games.
So tell me about that strategy. So you're only betting one game a day personally, and as an advisor as well. Is that how you advise your clients as well?
So I give out between 5 to 10, sometimes a little bit less. 200-hour games are my small games, 2 units,
Okay.
the 200-hour games. But one game a day, I will pound. I will pound the shit out of it. 1,000 to me, that's a lot of money to me. $1,000. Okay. To someone else, it might be $10 a unit. That's $100. That's a lot of money to them.
Right.
To me, $1,000 is a lot of money to me. So I look for the most confident game of the day, of the play, and I pound it.
So from a pound it perspective, 10-unit
Mhm.
bomb, since you've made the leap professionally, what's your record currently for 10-unit bombs in a row?
So right now, we going into yesterday, we were 4-1 in the past week, 5 days.
Okay.
We went 1-1 yesterday. After all the plays were done, we finished 3-1 plus three. To me, $355. That's profit. 3.55 units.
Got
But
it.
overall for the year, I did the calculation yesterday. Let me get to it real quick. It was almost there. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good. Take your time.
All right. So 10 unit. And then there was a couple times I did 20-unit bomb. So in 20-unit bombs, we were 21-13
Okay.
since 2000 for the year 2021. Going into yesterday, 68-29 in 10-unit bombs. That's an overall of 89-42 at a 69% clip.
That a boy. A good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive. I know you guys have heard me say it before on other podcasts. 57, actually 55% could be a professional. 57.
But that's just the bombs. That's
Right,
just
right,
the bombs.
of course. But if you're hitting your top plays, and I call them 5 dimes, my top plays are $5,000 plays.
Mhm.
If you're hitting those at a rate like that, I mean, you can really build a bankroll and really help your clientele build a bankroll. So congratulations to you. Keep up the good work on that. That's really impressive. But back to the story, because it's super interesting to me and it's kind of relatable to me. I mean, so we're still in the pandemic. I mean, sort of, and so making that leap, yes, that was about December, was what, about 8 months into the pandemic. Was that fearful for you at all, that you may not be able to go back into a job, like go get your job at FedEx or not?
Well, number one, I would never go back to FedEx. They wouldn't accept me. Okay.
All right, fair enough.
The way I left, I mean, I didn't try to leave in a bad way. I could probably get another job, but I'm not going back for starting pay. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was very scary. It was very scary. And that's my girlfriend helped me out a lot.
Okay.
So
Good support system.
with her support, she gave me the confidence. Good,
man. You got to have a good support system. Good, definitely. Okay, so where are you betting these days? Tell me a little bit about where you bet. If you're betting at a sports book, offshore, local, tell me a little bit about that.
Right now, it's all offshore.
Okay.
I use SBG Global and I use Bookmaker, but then sometimes I'll use a local, mostly for like football, because I'll get like better lines and stuff. But yeah, 200 hours of my small plays. I'll do a 5-unit, $500. And then once, maybe twice, like yesterday, I did 2 10-unit bombs, which we won with the White Sox, but we lost with the Dodgers. But overall, we won. We had the Cubs. We had the parlay. We won.
Hey, that a boy. You did better than I did yesterday. I'll tell you that. I'm having a solid week, but yesterday wasn't so hot.
We all have them. We all have them.
For sure. I'm not. It's a long-term game, but so let me ask you this. Okay, so there's a lack of transparency in the industry. I think everybody knows that, and so you seem like a solid dude. So, what are your goals to bring transparency to your clientele? How do you plan to build your business and things like that? What's your strategy there?
So anytime I encounter a new guy or they ask questions, I'm very straight up, honest. Hey, what's your record? Here's my record. Hey, how much you bet a game? Here you go. Here's my ticket. How I'm an open book. You ask me anything, I'll tell you. I mean, I have nothing to hide. I mean, I'm not like some of the guys on Twitter that somebody post hey, let me see your ticket, and they go ghost. I'm not like that. DM me. I'm all open for it.
Right.
You want to know? You want comments, questions, anything? That's what I'm here for.
And I've been talking a lot about this. So you have, I know you have a business, you have clientele. How do you deal with your clientele on maybe like consecutive losing days with the messages? Do you ever receive aggressive messages in terms of, you're a piece of shit or you're trash or you're pics, or how do you deal with that?
Believe it or not, I haven't had a negative text message in years. We've had a rough day. We had a rough couple of days. I've had that. I mean, that's normal. But calling me name, no, I haven't. I mean, I'm very good to my guys, and they're very good to me. If we lose, hey, you know what? I'm gonna throw 2 more weeks on your subscription for losing.
Yep.
We had a horrible week, horrible 2-3 days. There's 2 more weeks. I'm gonna get your money back, guys.
Attaboy. That's it. I believe that's the best strategy. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
most transparent strategy. I haven't experienced the same. I receive a ton of aggressive messages, and I believe that's probably because I show my face. So do you have any plans and obviously you're showing your face today, but as far as on Twitter, do you do that on a regular basis? Do you get on videos and talk about your strategy for a certain game? Is there any plans to do that if you don't?
I used to do it for my clients. I used to give the cards out in a video message a long time ago. On Twitter, not so much. The reason for that is just too much hate crap going on. I mean, you show your face and everyone like calling you names. I'm like, dude, grow up. How old are you? 18? You live with your parents still? Relax. We're all same people betting on games. We're all trying to beat the bookie. Relax.
I agree with you. How often you get out to Vegas or Jersey or get to a sports book?
I've been to Vegas one time. But other than that, I just stay within local.
Yeah. Stay local.
I mean, I get paid within 2-3 days from my offshore, so I can't complain.
Right on. Okay. So, from a business perspective, outside of sports betting, is there anything that you do, investing wise or build any other type of wealth, or are you focused strictly on sports betting at this time?
Sports betting and a little bit of stock. I got money in OCGN. I got a few $100 in Penn, but other than that, I'm nothing crazy. I'm just stick on sports betting, and that's what's working for me.
You're all about tapping into Dave Portnoy, huh? Backing him up, Penn.
Hey, I bought it low and see how it goes.
No, I love Portnoy. I think that Portnoy is bringing something to the industry that nobody ever has, and that's a personality. 100%. He's bringing a personality in this industry, and no disrespect, right? I'm not disrespecting anybody, but this industry is full of has-beens. It's full of, guys that have been in the game for 40 years. And again, no disrespect there at all. I think it's great. But you're seeing a lot on the professional sites. There's no personality, right? You watch people's replay videos, so to speak, and they're dry. And there's there's data involved, but it's just boring. And so Portnoy is bringing a level to this game that's never been brought. Barstool is bringing creative ideas on like the way the parlays and just crazy stuff, free sweatshirt,
dude, whatever.
Awesome. It's just a different element that's never been brought. So
exactly. I mean, no disrespect to the old timers, but to my opinion, I said this in day one, you don't need a suit and tie to sell picks. Just relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Put a t-shirt on. It's all good.
It's true. It's a different market, and that's my goal here is to just bring a different element to the game with these podcasts. It's a lot of fun for me coming on here and meeting people like yourself and telling your stories. So I respect you, man. I think that it's wonderful that you're giving yourself and working for yourself and giving you an opportunity to build significant wealth without that 9-to-5. And it takes balls, man. And anybody that's willing to do what you've done should be respected in this industry. So, Anthony, I appreciate you jumping on the show and telling your story. I'd love to have you on again, and we'll dive into some more detail about getting in the mind of how you actually cap the games.
Definitely, man.
What your strategy is there. But I thought today was super relevant for the people to connect with you and telling your story. Oh, you're good. No, you're good. It's all good. It's all good.
The plumber's here.
All right, man.
Like everyone else.
I appreciate you jumping on the show. It was a pleasure having you, Anthony. Hey, best of luck today. Why don't you tell people where they can find you and kind of and drop a special in today on what you got going on?
Yeah. Buy one get one free. Buy one get one on all memberships today. If a bomb loses, I'll give you 2 weeks free instead of 1 week free. You can find me at Pounded Sport VIP. Website is poundedsports.com.
Beautiful. And you can find me all over the freaking web. I don't know. I can say all my handles. You get Twitter at Proven Winners, Instagram at Proven Winner, and also Instagram at Proven Winner Private, YouTube PW Sports Podcast. And guys, for me, you guys know how I roll. I got a 3-0 guarantee today. If I don't sweep, you get the next week for free. $49 gets you in the door. Hit me up. I got a free picks Telegram as well. We got 1,400 people in there giving out tonight's Nets Nuggets game absolutely free. So you guys can tap in there and find me on one of my platforms, and we'll get you the link. All right. Anthony, thank you again for joining the podcast. And like I said,
Appreciate
we'll have
it,
you
man.
on again. So
Thank you.
until next time, it's your boy P-Dub and Anthony from Pounded Sports.
Sure.
And we're out. Coffee with P-Dub. I didn't finish my coffee, man. What's the deal?
I got my iced coffee.
All right, man. Have a good day. Appreciate your time, and we'll chat soon.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
All right.